Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, today I want to speak to you about a powerful choice we often overlook: the choice to walk away. In this life, we are blessed with the gift of relationships. We share laughter, tears, triumphs, and challenges, but let me remind you, not all relationships are meant to last. Some are merely seasons, and if we're not careful, we can find ourselves stuck in a cycle of unappreciation. Too often, we invest our time, energy, and love into people who do not recognize our worth. We give our best, yet receive little in return. And I stand here today to tell you that it's okay to walk away from those situations. When you feel your value is unrecognized, when your efforts go unnoticed, and when your spirit is weighed down by the burdens of others, hear me when I say it's time to let go. Walking away does not make you weak, it makes you wise. I think of a flower thriving in the sunlight. It flourishes when nurtured, but when the sun doesn't shine, it withers. You are that flower. You deserve sunlight, love, respect, and appreciation. If someone cannot provide that for you, don't be afraid to remove yourself from their shade. The scripture reminds us in Proverbs 4:23 to guard your heart. For everything you do flows from it. Your heart is precious. Don't allow it to be trampled on by those who can't see its value. Sometimes, walking away is the most loving thing you can do for yourself and for them. When you walk away, you make space for something better. You open the door to new opportunities, to relationships that celebrate your uniqueness, and to people who uplift your spirit. Remember, it's not about the quantity of your relationships, but the quality. You have a purpose, a destiny that's far too great to be hindered by those who can't appreciate you. So rise up, walk away from what does not serve you. Embrace the freedom that comes with knowing your worth. And as you walk away, hold your head high. Know that you are worthy of love, respect, and appreciation. Don't settle for less. Don't let the fear of loneliness keep you in a space that stifles your spirit. Believe me when I say, the moment you walk away from what doesn't serve you, you will find clarity, you will find peace, and you will find yourself. So, step out in faith and know that the best is yet to come. Recognizing your worth is a crucial first step in understanding how to navigate relationships effectively. In a world that often tries to define us by our achievements, appearances, or the opinions of others, it's vital to return to the core of who we are and the intrinsic value we bring to the table. Each one of us possesses unique qualities, talents, and perspectives that contribute to the rich tapestry of human experience. However, we can easily forget this in the hustle and bustle of daily life and the pressures of societal expectations. When we fail to recognize our worth, we inadvertently give others permission to dictate how we feel about ourselves. We begin to base our self-esteem on external validation, seeking approval from those who may not have our best interests at heart. This can lead to a vicious cycle where we continuously chase after the affection and recognition of others, only to find ourselves drained and unfulfilled. It is imperative to break free from this cycle and reclaim our sense of self-worth. And one way to recognize our worth is through self-reflection. Taking the time to pause and assess our strengths, accomplishments, and the positive impact we have on others can help illuminate our value. Journaling can be an effective tool for this process. By writing down our achievements, big or small, we begin to see a pattern of success that may have gone unnoticed. Reflecting on moments when we have made others feel good, inspired change, or lent a helping hand can remind us of the light we bring into the world. Another critical aspect of recognizing our worth involves setting boundaries. When we acknowledge our value, we become more discerning about who we allow into our lives. Boundaries serve as a protective measure, allowing us to cultivate relationships that honor and respect us. It is essential to communicate our needs and establish limits with others so they understand that our time and energy are precious. People who value us will respect these boundaries and understand that we have the right to prioritize ourselves. And moreover, it's important to surround ourselves with people who appreciate us for who we are. In an age of social media and constant comparison, it can be easy to get caught up in the illusion that our worth is tied to likes, shares, or follower counts. However, genuine relationships are built on mutual respect and appreciation. Spend time with those who lift you up, who celebrate your successes, and who support you in your endeavors. This circle of positivity will reinforce your sense of worth and remind you of your value in moments of doubt. It is also crucial to practice self-compassion. Often we are our harshest critics and we tend to focus on our flaws and failures instead of our strengths. By learning to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we would offer a friend, we can begin to shift our mindset. This means celebrating our achievements, no matter how small and acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes. Growth comes from these experiences, and they do not define our worth. Self-compassion allows us to accept our imperfections while recognizing that we are deserving of love and respect just as we are. Additionally, we can draw inspiration from the stories of others who have embraced their worth. The journeys of individuals who have faced adversity and emerged stronger can serve as powerful reminders of the resilience of the human spirit. When we see others stand firm in their value, it encourages us to do the same. These stories can be found in books, films, and even within our communities. By sharing and hearing these narratives, we reinforce the belief that we too have a place in the world and deserve to be appreciated. Ultimately, recognizing our worth is a journey, not a destination. It takes time and effort to shift our mindset and break free from the patterns that have held us back. However, it is a journey that is well worth undertaking. When we begin to see ourselves through a lens of worthiness, we empower ourselves to make decisions that align with our values and needs. We attract relationships that are fulfilling and supportive, and we cultivate a life that reflects our true essence. Recognizing our worth is the foundation upon which we build a life filled with love, respect, and appreciation. As we embrace our value, we create a ripple effect, encouraging others to do the same, transforming not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. Understanding that relationships have seasons is essential for navigating the complexities of human connections. Life is a journey filled with transitions, and so are the relationships we form along the way. Just as nature goes through cycles, spring brings new growth, summer is a time of flourishing, autumn signifies change, and winter calls for reflection, so too do our relationships evolve and change. Recognizing these seasons can provide clarity in moments of confusion and heartache, reminding us that not every relationship is meant to last a lifetime. The first step in understanding the seasons of relationships is acknowledging that some people enter our lives for specific reasons. These individuals might teach us important lessons, help us grow, or offer support during challenging times. Their presence is often temporary but incredibly impactful. For instance, you might have a friend who appears during a pivotal moment, providing the encouragement you need to take a leap of faith in your career or personal life. Once that lesson is learned or that phase is over, it's natural for that friendship to shift or fade. However, it can be difficult to accept when relationships reach their expiration date. We often cling to people out of nostalgia or fear of loneliness. It is in these moments of resistance that we may overlook the fact that letting go can be a form of love, not just for ourselves, but for the other person as well. Holding on to relationships that no longer serve us can lead to resentment, stagnation, and emotional exhaustion. And we must remind ourselves that it's okay to release someone who has completed their role in our lives, allowing both parties to move forward and flourish in new directions. Embracing the seasons of relationships also means recognizing that some connections may shift from deep intimacy to a more casual acquaintance as life circumstances change. For example, as we grow older, our priorities often shift. Career demands, family responsibilities, and personal interests can lead us to drift apart from friends we once saw daily. This doesn't mean that the bond we shared was any less meaningful. It simply reflects the natural ebb and flow of life. Instead of lamenting the loss, we can appreciate the time spent together and be open to reconnecting when circumstances allow. Additionally, some relationships may experience a winter season marked by conflict, misunderstandings, or distance. This period can be challenging, but it's essential to view it as an opportunity for growth. Often, difficult times reveal the strength of a relationship and test the commitment of those involved. It's during these winter months that communication becomes crucial. By addressing issues head-on and expressing our feelings honestly, we can either work through the difficulties or recognize that it may be time to part ways. Recognizing the seasons of relationships also means understanding that change is a natural part of growth. As we evolve as individuals, our needs and desires may shift, influencing the dynamics of our relationships. What worked in the past may no longer be effective, and that's okay. It's essential to communicate these changes with those we care about, as it allows for an open dialogue about where the relationship is heading. This conversation can help both parties determine whether to adapt and grow together or to respectfully part ways. In understanding these seasons, it's also crucial to practice gratitude for the relationships we've had, regardless of their duration. Each relationship teaches us something valuable about ourselves, about love, about resilience, and about what we desire in our connections with others. Holding on to the lessons learned can provide comfort when it's time to move on. Rather than viewing change as loss, we can embrace it as part of our journey, celebrating the richness that each relationship has brought into our lives. And moreover, as we recognize the ebb and flow of relationships, we can cultivate a mindset of abundance. There's a world full of potential connections awaiting us. And as we release what no longer serves us, we create space for new friendships and partnerships. When we trust that life will bring the right people into our path at the right time, we open ourselves to new possibilities and experiences. In the end, understanding that relationships have seasons equips us with the wisdom to navigate life's transitions. It allows us to appreciate the beauty in the connections we forge and to recognize when it's time to let go. Each relationship, regardless of its duration, contributes to our growth, helping us evolve into the individuals we are meant to be. By embracing this natural cycle, we learn to move forward with grace and purpose, knowing that every ending can lead to a new beginning. Guarding your heart is a vital aspect of maintaining emotional well-being and ensuring that you foster healthy, fulfilling relationships. The heart, often seen as the center of our emotions, is where our hopes, dreams, and vulnerabilities reside. In a world that can sometimes feel harsh and unyielding, it is crucial to protect this sacred space while allowing love and connection to flourish. To guard your heart effectively, you must first understand its value and what it means to create boundaries that nurture rather than deplete you. Recognizing the importance of your heart means acknowledging your emotional needs and the significance of your feelings. When we fail to honor our own emotions, we may find ourselves in situations that are damaging or unappreciated. It is essential to cultivate self-awareness, which involves understanding what makes you feel safe, valued, and loved. This self-awareness serves as the foundation for guarding your heart. By being in tune with your emotions, you can identify when something feels off or when a relationship is draining rather than uplifting. One of the most effective ways to guard your heart is by setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they are protective barriers that define where you end and others begin. They help clarify what is acceptable behavior from others and what is not. Establishing boundaries requires clear communication. It's vital to express your needs and limits to those around you. For instance, if a friend consistently takes more from the relationship than they give, it's important to address this imbalance. By communicating your feelings and setting limits, you protect your emotional resources while giving others the chance to adjust their behavior. Establishing boundaries is not always easy, especially if you're used to prioritizing others' needs over your own. However, it is a crucial step in guarding your heart. Remember, healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding. If someone truly cares for you, they will appreciate your boundaries and strive to honor them. If they resist or disregard your limits, it may be a sign that the relationship is not as healthy as it should be. Another key aspect of guarding your heart involves surrounding yourself with positive influences. The people we allow into our lives significantly impact our emotional state. It's essential to choose relationships that are nurturing and supportive rather than those that drain our energy or cause us distress. This requires discernment and, at times, the courage to let go of toxic relationships. Just as you would protect your physical health by avoiding harmful substances, protecting your emotional health means distancing yourself from individuals who bring negativity or disrespect into your life. When you surround yourself with those who uplift and appreciate you, you create a safe space for your heart to thrive. These individuals will celebrate your successes, support you in challenging times, and encourage your growth. It's in these positive environments that you can express your feelings openly, without fear of judgment or ridicule. This sense of safety nurtures your heart, allowing it to flourish and expand. Practicing self-care is another essential component of guarding your heart. It's not just about physical well-being, emotional self-care is equally important. Engage in activities that bring you joy and peace, whether it's spending time in nature, pursuing a hobby, or practicing mindfulness and meditation. These moments of self-nurturing reinforce your sense of worth and help you recharge your emotional batteries. When you prioritize your well-being, you become more resilient against external negativity and better equipped to handle difficult situations. Additionally, be mindful of your inner dialogue. The way you speak to yourself shapes your self-perception and can either empower or diminish your sense of worth. Practice positive self-talk, reminding yourself of your strengths, accomplishments, and the love you deserve. When negative thoughts creep in, challenge them. Ask yourself if they reflect the truth or if they stem from past experiences or external pressures. By fostering a loving and encouraging internal dialogue, you strengthen your emotional defenses and enhance your ability to guard your heart. Finally, it is essential to acknowledge that guarding your heart does not mean shutting it off from love and connection. Rather, it means being intentional about the relationships you cultivate and the experiences you allow into your life. You can open your heart to new possibilities while remaining vigilant about protecting it from harm. By striking this balance, you create a life filled with meaningful connections that enrich your spirit without compromising your emotional well-being. Guarding your heart is an ongoing journey, requiring self-awareness, boundary setting, and conscious choices about the relationships you nurture. It empowers you to create a life that aligns with your values and desires, fostering emotional resilience while allowing love and connection to thrive. In doing so, you not only protect your own heart, but also create an environment where others can feel safe and valued as well. Through this intentional practice, you build a foundation of emotional health that will serve you throughout your life, helping you navigate the complexities of human connection with grace and strength. Embracing change is one of the most significant aspects of personal growth and development. Change is an inevitable part of life. It is the one constant we can rely on. Every experience, relationship, and circumstance will shift over time, and understanding how to adapt to these changes is essential for fostering a fulfilling and resilient life. When we learn to embrace change rather than resist it, we open ourselves to new opportunities and pathways that can lead to greater happiness and fulfillment. At the heart of embracing change is the recognition that life is a series of cycles, each bringing its own lessons and transformations. Whether it's a change in our careers, relationships, or personal circumstances, every transition offers us a chance to reevaluate our goals and priorities. This process of reevaluation is crucial. It allows us to assess what truly matters to us and encourages us to align our actions with our values. When we embrace change, we acknowledge that we have the power to shape our own destinies, and that each shift can lead us closer to our true selves. One of the first steps in embracing change is to cultivate a mindset of curiosity and openness. Rather than viewing change as something to be feared or avoided, we can choose to see it as an opportunity for growth and exploration. This mindset encourages us to approach new situations with a sense of wonder, allowing us to discover possibilities we may not have considered before. When we remain open to new experiences, we are more likely to find joy and excitement in the unknown. It's also important to understand that change can be uncomfortable. Growth often comes with a certain degree of discomfort, and that's perfectly normal. Instead of shying away from those feelings, we can learn to sit with them and recognize that they are part of the process. Embracing discomfort can lead to resilience. When we face challenges head-on, we become stronger and more adaptable in the long run. This resilience not only helps us navigate future changes, but also empowers us to take risks and pursue our passions with greater confidence. Moreover, embracing change involves letting go of what no longer serves us. This can be particularly challenging, as it often requires us to release attachments to relationships, habits, or mindsets that have become ingrained in our lives. However, by recognizing that clinging to the past can hinder our growth, we allow ourselves to create space for new opportunities. Letting go can be a transformative act, freeing us from the burdens that weigh us down and allowing us to step into our potential. When we let go of old patterns, we create room for new experiences to enter our lives. These experiences can enrich our journeys, introducing us to people, ideas, and opportunities that align with our evolving selves. Change can bring fresh perspectives and insights, opening our eyes to possibilities we may have overlooked in the past. By embracing these new experiences, we can discover passions and talents we never knew existed, leading to a more fulfilling and enriched life. In addition, it's essential to seek support during times of change. Whether it's friends, family, or mentors, having a support system can make a significant difference in how we navigate transitions. Sharing our thoughts and feelings with trusted individuals can help alleviate the stress and uncertainty that often accompany change. These conversations can provide us with valuable perspectives and insights, reminding us that we are not alone in our experiences. Connecting with others who have undergone similar changes can also be incredibly empowering, as we learn from their journeys and gain inspiration to continue our own. Furthermore, as we embrace change, it's important to practice self-compassion. Change can be challenging, and it's easy to become overwhelmed or critical of ourselves during transitions. By treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, we create a nurturing environment that allows us to process our emotions and experiences more effectively. This self-compassion fosters resilience, reminding us that it's okay to struggle and that growth is a journey rather than a destination. Lastly, embracing change means celebrating our achievements along the way. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a testament to our courage and determination. By acknowledging our progress and celebrating our successes, we reinforce a positive mindset that encourages us to keep moving forward. These moments of celebration remind us that change can lead to growth and fulfillment, reinforcing our belief in our ability to adapt and thrive. In essence, embracing change is a powerful act of self-discovery and resilience. It invites us to open our hearts and minds to new possibilities, empowering us to create lives filled with purpose and joy. As we learn to navigate the ebb and flow of life, we become more adaptable, courageous, and fulfilled, allowing us to fully engage with the beautiful journey that is life. By welcoming change, we not only enrich our own lives, but also inspire those around us to embrace their transformations with open arms. Focusing on quality over quantity in relationships is a vital principle that can profoundly impact our emotional well-being and overall happiness. In a world where social connections are often measured by the number of friends, followers, or likes, it can be easy to lose sight of what truly matters in our relationships. The depth of our connections is far more significant than the breadth. Meaningful relationships provide support, understanding, and joy, while superficial ones can lead to feelings of loneliness and discontent. Emphasizing quality over quantity allows us to cultivate enriching relationships that nourish our hearts and souls. At the core of prioritizing quality relationships is the concept of authenticity. Genuine connections are built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. When we engage with others authentically, we create a safe space for open communication and vulnerability. This allows us to express our true selves without fear of judgment. In contrast, relationships that lack authenticity often revolve around superficial interactions or social expectations, leaving us feeling unfulfilled. By seeking out connections with those who appreciate us for who we are, we foster a sense of belonging that is vital for our emotional health. Developing quality relationships also requires investing time and energy into the connections that matter most. It's important to be intentional about who we spend our time with, as our relationships shape our experiences and influence our mental well-being. Investing in a few meaningful friendships often yields more satisfaction than spreading ourselves too thin across a wide network of acquaintances. By prioritizing deeper connections, we can create lasting bonds that weather life's challenges and celebrate its joys. The communication plays a crucial role in cultivating quality relationships. Open, honest dialogue allows us to express our thoughts and feelings, fostering a deeper understanding of one another. When we communicate effectively, we create opportunities for growth and connection. This means not only sharing our own experiences, but also actively listening to others. Engaging in empathetic listening shows that we value the perspectives and emotions of those we care about, strengthening our relationships and deepening our emotional ties. Additionally, establishing boundaries is essential in nurturing quality relationships. Setting boundaries allows us to protect our emotional resources and define what is acceptable behavior from others. By communicating our limits clearly, we encourage a respectful dynamic in our relationships. Healthy boundaries help ensure that we are not taken for granted or overwhelmed by others' demands. When we uphold our boundaries, we create an environment where both parties can thrive, leading to a more fulfilling connection. Embracing vulnerability is another key element of building quality relationships. Opening up to others about our fears, struggles, and aspirations fosters a deeper sense of intimacy and trust. Vulnerability allows us to connect on a more profound level, creating bonds that can withstand life's challenges. It is essential to recognize that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, rather. It is a courageous act that invites authenticity and empathy into our relationships. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we encourage others to do the same, leading to deeper understanding and connection. Moreover, surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and inspire us is crucial for cultivating quality relationships. Engaging with individuals who share our values and passions can invigorate our spirits and motivate us to pursue our goals. These positive influences foster an environment of encouragement and support, allowing us to grow and evolve together. In contrast, relationships characterized by negativity or judgment can weigh us down, hindering our personal development. By prioritizing connections with those who bring out the best in us, we create a supportive network that enhances our overall well-being. Another essential aspect of focusing on quality over quantity in relationships is the practice of gratitude. Taking the time to appreciate the people in our lives fosters a sense of belonging and connection. Expressing gratitude can be as simple as a heartfelt message, a small gesture, or a kind word. When we acknowledge the contributions of our loved ones, we reinforce the bonds we share and create an atmosphere of positivity. Gratitude deepens our connections and encourages us to invest further in our relationships. Finally, it is essential to recognize that quality relationships are not without their challenges. Disagreements and misunderstandings are natural parts of any meaningful connection. However, the strength of a relationship often lies in how we navigate these difficulties. Approaching conflicts with empathy and understanding allows us to grow together rather than apart. When we prioritize resolution and mutual respect, we strengthen the foundation of our relationships, making them more resilient in the face of adversity. In essence, focusing on quality over quantity in our relationships is a powerful approach that enhances our emotional well-being and overall happiness. By seeking authentic connections, investing time and energy in meaningful friendships, communicating openly, establishing boundaries and vulnerability, surrounding ourselves with positive influences, practicing gratitude, and navigating challenges with empathy, we create a fulfilling network of relationships that enrich our lives. Prioritizing quality allows us to cultivate deeper connections, fostering a sense of belonging and support that is essential for our personal growth and happiness. As we embrace this principle, we empower ourselves to create a life filled with love, joy, and genuine connection. Understanding the importance of self-love is essential for building a healthy relationship with ourselves and consequently with others. Self-love is often misunderstood as mere self-indulgence or narcissism, but it is, in fact, a deep appreciation for oneself that fosters resilience, confidence, and emotional well-being. When we prioritize self-love, we create a strong foundation for our relationships, allowing us to engage with others from a place of wholeness rather than lack. At the core of self-love is the recognition that we are inherently worthy. This belief is fundamental. It signifies that we do not need to earn love or validation from others to feel complete. Instead, we must cultivate a sense of worthiness within ourselves. This journey often begins with self-acceptance, which involves acknowledging and embracing our strengths and weaknesses. Accepting ourselves as we are allows us to appreciate our unique qualities and understand that we are deserving of love and respect, both from ourselves and from others. Practicing self-love requires us to challenge negative self-talk and replace it with affirmations that reinforce our worth. We all have an inner critic that can be harsh and unforgiving, often reminding us of our perceived shortcomings. Over time, these negative messages can become ingrained in our psyche, leading us to question our value. However, by consciously choosing to practice self-compassion and kindness, we can counteract these detrimental thoughts. Affirmations such as "I am enough" or "I deserve happiness" can serve as powerful reminders of our inherent worth. This shift in mindset is crucial as we learn to speak to ourselves with love. We create a more nurturing internal environment that fosters self-acceptance and appreciation. Another critical aspect of self-love is setting boundaries. To truly love ourselves, we must prioritize our emotional and mental well-being, which involves recognizing our limits and standing firm in our needs. Setting boundaries means communicating what is acceptable and what is not, both in our relationships and in our own lives. This may involve saying no to situations or people that drain our energy or do not align with our values. Establishing boundaries is not selfish, it is an act of self-respect that allows us to protect our emotional health and create space for relationships that nourish us. When we honor our boundaries, we teach others how to treat us, reinforcing our sense of worthiness. Additionally, engaging in self-care is a vital expression of self-love. Self-care encompasses a wide range of practices that promote our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Whether it's prioritizing rest, engaging in hobbies, exercising, or seeking support from loved ones, self-care activities remind us that we are deserving of attention and care. By integrating self-care into our daily routines, we reinforce the message that our needs matter and that it is essential to nurture ourselves. This practice not only enhances our overall well-being, but also enables us to show up fully for others, enriching our relationships. Furthermore, self-love involves forgiving ourselves for past mistakes and recognizing that we are all human. We often hold on to guilt and shame for decisions we regret or situations we wish we could change. However, practicing self-forgiveness is essential for moving forward and embracing growth. When we release the burden of past mistakes, we free ourselves to pursue new opportunities and experiences without the weight of self-judgment. This process of forgiveness fosters resilience, allowing us to learn from our experiences while recognizing that they do not define our worth. Embracing self-love also encourages us to seek out relationships that reflect our values and support our well-being. When we love ourselves, we become more discerning about the connections we cultivate. We are more likely to surround ourselves with individuals who uplift and inspire us rather than those who drain our energy or contribute to feelings of inadequacy. This discernment is crucial as we prioritize relationships that mirror our self-worth. We foster a supportive network that enriches our lives. Moreover, understanding self-love is integral to cultivating empathy and compassion for others. When we learn to love ourselves, we become more capable of extending that love to those around us. This empathy fosters deeper connections as we approach relationships from a place of understanding rather than neediness. When we are rooted in self-love, we are less likely to seek validation or approval from others, allowing our relationships to thrive based on mutual respect and appreciation. Finally, it is essential to recognize that self-love is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It requires continual reflection, practice, and growth. As we navigate life's challenges, our understanding of self-love may evolve, prompting us to reassess our needs and boundaries. This dynamic nature of self-love encourages us to stay attuned to ourselves, fostering a lifelong commitment to nurturing our emotional and mental well-being. In summary, self-love is a vital component of building healthy, meaningful relationships with ourselves and others. By recognizing our worth, challenging negative self-talk, setting boundaries, engaging in self-care, practicing self-forgiveness, seeking supportive connections, and fostering empathy, we create a solid foundation for our emotional well-being. As we embrace the journey of self-love, we empower ourselves to live authentically, engage deeply with others, and cultivate relationships that nourish our souls. Ultimately, self-love serves as a transformative force that enriches our lives and the lives of those around us. Thank you.